Are we going to do it all?
Yeah, if you want. Okay. This podcast may contain questionable language, will contain spoilers, and is semi-ready to get back into the flow.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 253 of MovieDrone. I'm quite underprepared for the amount of time I've had off, Steve.
Yeah, it's amazing, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same as Mark.
I've got a bit of a panic this week.
Yeah.
All right. This is all right because it's Friday and we normally do it Thursday, so I had an extra day.
I'd nearly had a panic last week when you said, I ain't had no notes yet. Don't know if I'm going to make it. And I'm thinking, I ain't even watched fucking film yet.
That's good. I'm glad about that. Yeah, that done me a solid, that did.
Yeah.
There we go. So, I mean, I'll ask. I don't know if I care, but how have you been?
Yeah, it's all right, mate. Yeah, done some stuff. I've been good. Good. Yeah. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Went to Turkey, didn't I? Don't think we've done one since I've been back.
No.
I drove a boat car.
Right. A boat car?
But yeah, it looks like a car, but it's a boat, a speed boat. Looks like a car.
Like a tacky old thing.
Right. That's quite impressive. Looks like a Ferrari. I'll show you the video after. I look cool as shit. Ate some food, drank some drinks. That's what you do. Only hit 48 one day. That was all right.
I bet you was just crap when you were. I bet it was just like...
I just sat in the shade and slept.
Did you?
It was great.
Brilliant.
Even the sea was 32, so was a pool.
Is it worth it? Is it worth going all that way? And just sitting there in the shade and doing that? Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, well,
is it?
I didn't have a phone or nothing, did I? So I just got left alone.
Oh, right.
Just me and my Kindle. Occasionally the kids going, you coming in the pool?
Sounds terrific.
Yeah.
Sounds terrific.
Yeah. Went to London and all. Did my night in London, didn't I?
Yeah.
Too many cocktails, mate. I had to go back for a nap before we went out for the meal. Got a little bit silly.
Did you?
And then went to this blind restaurant thing, didn't I? It's black in there. Like the blackest I've ever seen black.
Right.
Like put your hand in front of your face, you can't see it black.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird, mate.
Is it?
I didn't enjoy it. I'm going to put it out there. I didn't enjoy it. It was a great experience. I did not enjoy it one bit. Very disconcerting it is. You don't know where you're sitting. You don't know how many people are in there.
Right.
Not really got a clue what you're eating. I thought I was eating beef. Apparently I was eating lamb.
Right.
Yeah, you don't know what's happening.
Right.
She tells you what's on your table. You take a word for it. You have a bit of a feel around.
Right.
Yeah, and then your eyes are just trying to adjust and stuff. It's black.
So that's a good thing then?
Oh, well, I suppose so. It'd certainly go because all the waiters and waitresses are blind.
Naked, probably.
Who knows, mate?
Oh, eh?
So you have to put your hand. Well, I put my hand on her shoulder for us to lead her in there, and I didn't feel skin, so she definitely had something on up top. But yeah, it makes you realise what they're living like and what. I don't want to lose my eyesight.
Maybe it's like when I'm at home, I just wear a t-shirt and nothing underneath.
You reckon? Yeah, I was pointing trying to have a serious conversation. Give up with that. I won't try that again. Anyway, passed my module for I went. So I got my result the day I went. So I passed that one, and I've got my final assignment. It's gone.
Is it?
Done, mate.
It weren't the onions, was it?
The onion one, yeah.
Oh, that's fucked then.
No, it was fine, mate. We found some statistical differences in biomass accumulation.
I mean, I must admit, I saw that you gave thanks out to some people for putting up what you're doing. I had to put up with the onions, mate. Yeah. And I didn't get no thanks.
Well, your thanks is on here.
Oh, is it?
So thanks for putting up with the onions.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you've contributed to scientific research.
I reckon I did because I think I shamed you into making more of an effort.
Yeah. I come out right. We got some.
It didn't come out right.
Statistical differences. We got some that weren't differences, but we got some data, got some results. I wrote some stuff.
Okay. You didn't have to use photos, did you?
No.
Oh, you're right then.
No photos.
Yeah, good.
I could have just made it all up.
A bit of lying.
I mean, imagine that. I didn't even have to do it. That's the ironic thing. They're never going to check. They don't know. Put some numbers down. But, you know, morally, I've done it. It was great. I've now got some grow lights for sale if you know anyone who wants any, or loads of stuff.
I don't know. What, marijuana?
Like you can grow marijuana. I'm sure that's what the neighbours thought I was up to.
Maybe you should try.
Oh,
shit, didn't you?
I'm sure I've done some other stuff, mate. I can't really remember. But the big news from the last 4 weeks, I've got my first ever pair of garden shoes. I know. I've never had garden shoes before.
No fucking garden
Well, I was
shoe.
hoping you weren't going to see them on the way in because I know you was going to comment on them.
Were
but
they there?
Check them bad boys out, mate.
Fucking. Why are they gone?
Well, I had sliders for I hate sliders and people who wear them. Used them for holiday, and then for some reason they was in the kitchen, and I thought I need to pop to the hut, so I popped them on. Walked out to the hut, popped out, and I thought, tell you what, these are all right for garden shoes. They've become my first ever pair of garden shoes with socks, sliders.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as long as they stay in the garden.
They're just garden shoes. I don't need to use put my trainers on or anything to come out here now.
I mean,
I've got garden shoes. I've hit nearly 41, and I've got my first ever pair of official garden shoes.
you wait until you hit a bit and you get your first pair of gardening knee pads, mate.
Yeah.
Like I've got.
Yeah, I can imagine they're well used, those knee pads. Brand new in the packet, yeah?
Oh, no, they've been dirtied once.
Yeah.
Once or so. Yeah. And there you go.
So how's your 4 weeks been then, mate?
Oh, I've been on holiday.
Have you?
Yeah, I'll try and do some of these in 3 words.
Okay.
So talking about me, I've got holiday, cramped, windy, nice. That's
Okay.
about the holiday.
Yeah.
So that was good. That's how that went.
That's a good TripAdvisor review. Straight to the point.
And I went up to London.
Yeah.
So that was good. I got 3 words. I got James A. Caster, comedy, peoply.
I love a bit of James A. Caster.
Do you?
Was he as funny as he was on the...
He had like a mission on this show. So he was funny, but it was more about trying to explain the way that he is. And he got quite emotional and that in places. So he sort of broke his character, if you know what I mean. So it was all right. It was all right.
Front row?
No. It doesn't matter with him. He doesn't do any of that shit, does he? I'm going to see Frankie Boyle about 5 rows back.
Bitter Frankie Boyle.
Yeah. So that was that. That was good.
Stay up there?
No.
Go out for a meal?
No.
Just drove there?
We went out for a meal.
Yeah?
We went for something to eat. And then Jill, we went down Camden Lock and Jill was just taking loads of photos and all that, you know what I mean? It's a bit peoply, wasn't it? All that.
Hashtag love London. All that sort of stuff that them Londoners do.
Probably. And I've got a couple of dog related stories.
Ooh.
I found myself cupping Herbert's testicles last night. It was really weird.
So what?
As I well, he was asleep on the bed, and I woke up and I had my hand cupping his testicles. It's a really weird sensation.
What was a dream before
quite
that?
Dirty.
I'll say, what was a dream before that? What did you think you was doing in your dream?
No, I felt him up there, and I was feeling, and I thought, what the fuck is that? I thought, oh shit, it's his nuts.
All right.
So I'm not proud. Felt
He
quite
didn't
dirty.
protest, though?
Nah, he didn't mind. No. But that was a bit weird. And he ate 2 hairbands. 2 hairbands tied together. So we've had a bit of a moment. You remember, I tell you what it was like. Do you remember when George ate
ate the
rubber
condom?
Johnny?
Yeah.
And you picked it out. You had to pick it out of his bum on your hands and knees. Yeah. Well, it weren't nothing like that.
Right.
Herbie just pooed it out.
I just came out, did they?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you the story of you picking that rubber Johnny out of your dog's bumhole.
Did they both come out?
So, yeah, they both came out.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Like, it was only yesterday, Steve. You laughing. I can even see you bent over laughing as I'm trying to get 2 sticks to pull the condom out.
I thought you used your fingers.
I used a poo bag in the end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was fingers. Yeah. So I just wanted, I just wanted to tell that story. But he's all right.
Reduce the shame of testicle cupping. You've gone for.
I didn't do it on purpose, Mark.
No.
I didn't do it on purpose.
I didn't on purposely try to pull a Johnny out of my dog's arse.
Needs must, wasn't it?
And it was 24 hours literally from after we watched him eat it.
I mean, we didn't encourage him to eat it. You know what I mean?
Terrier, you weren't getting it back. He wanted that Johnny.
He was, yeah. Full up one as well, I think that was. So,
do Americans know what a Johnny is?
Oh, probably.
It's a condom, in case they don't know.
Rubber, they call it, didn't they?
Do they?
Yeah,
rubber.
They call it a rubber Johnny.
Okay.
But there you go, yeah. So that's a bit of Herbie shenanigans.
Cool.
That we've been having.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I'm going on holiday in another couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But I don't want Jill to feel that I didn't like that holiday.
No, it sounded good.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Like I say, it was just a bit, it was like a bit cramped.
Yeah.
And it was a bit windy, so you couldn't really go outside in the thing. So, but all that stuff.
You couldn't
really
go
lovely.
outside, and you had to stay inside away from the people. It sounds like you had a shocker, mate.
I mean, yeah, I it was all right. It weren't too bad.
Better than yourself.
Yeah, it weren't too bad. So you got any thanks there, mate?
Yes, mate, I got thanks to Ben at FilmBusters, to Cinema Recal, Shoot the Hostage, Little Nick, Soundtrack Your Life, Right Stuff Reviews, Tim, Keith, Noakes, WTM, Paul FilmBusters, Mike and Oscar and Ryan.
Thank you very much for all those retweets. I've got special thanks this week to Gill, Cassie, Jamie Russell, Shaun Panda Nicolson, Emma at Movies, LJ Human, Ian McIntyre, Mr. Positivity and Eric from WTM, Karim Helliwell, Duel Podcast, Glyn and Ryan.
Hey, Ryan got it twice because I didn't listen to the first one, did I?
Thank you very, very much to everybody for bearing with us. Promo, mate?
Hey there, I'm Eric. And I'm Brett, aka Mr. Positivity Wolfie T. We at WTM Watch This Movie talk about old movies, new movies. We do breakdowns, we do top 5 lists. We also rate movies that we've recently seen on our unique rating system. That's right. We're available on most podcast apps. You can check out our website at WTMWatchThisMovie.com. And you can check us out on Twitter at WatchThis_movie. We'll check you later.
Hooty tooty, disco cutie, hooty tooty, disco cutie.
Yes.
So the reason that we didn't sort of mention in the preamble about WTM is because we played their promo. We went on it.
We did.
We went on that lovely podcast the other day.
Marathon.
It was, yeah, a couple of hours.
Marathon.
I think we was there a lot longer than a couple of hours. But I really enjoyed that. Got to talk a bit of wrestling with Brett. So that was good. And, we cut the shit, didn't we? Eh?
We did.
We did Virtuosity with the boys, Eric and Mr. P.
Yeah, it's a Denzel Washington film in case no one else has ever fucking heard of it.
But we had some fun. We had
a lot of fun.
We talked Greasy Strangler for quite a bit at the start. So we are hoping to have the boys on to do Greasy Strangler because they haven't seen it.
No. So we're definitely having the boys on to do Greasy Strangler.
Chip dust.
Yeah, you can hear Steve being funny again.
Oh dear, you can, yeah, you can. So we really enjoyed it. I hope that if you've listened to the episode, you enjoyed that as well. And we just want to say thank you very much to the boys at WTM for letting us come on. And please listen to their lovely podcast. I think the action's going to be finishing soon. They're going into horror,
and they're coming up to like episode 300. So you got loads to listen to.
Yeah.
And they do proper episodes. They don't ponce around like us, where we just sort of go, "Hi, I'm Steve. I'm Mark. We'll see you next week." They do proper shit.
They talk about
the film. They actually talk about the film.
So that's good. So please listen to our friends across the pond, WTM Watch This Movie. Go on then.
Welcome to the Mark reads some film lines in some similar voices, and Steve has to guess the film from the lines read to get points game. Hashtag what's that film?
So it's a quiz. It is the quiz. Someone been sitting in my seat. I'm a bit uncomfortable here. Have you been doing moonlighting?
Cassie sat in it once while I was emptying the shit out.
What, watching you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, she actually sat there last night. Night before I did the promo, so she's probably done it.
She started joining in. That's pissed you off, hasn't it? You used to have a little My Private Idaho up here when you used to do the promo. She started coming joining in.
She wandered up. Well, she saw me put on my garden shoes and was like, "Are you going out? I'm just going to go and do the promo. I'll come and sit with you."
It's just what you need, isn't it?
I was like, okay.
After your
In
holiday.
fairness, mate, it's summer holidays. She's trying to get out of the house as much as anyone. Kids are driving her nuts. Bicker.
There's no chance of you getting the telly in here now, then.
No.
So, who got what and what was it?
So I don't know how far we want to go back, mate, because I'm sure I've done some of the other ones.
Right.
But the week before the last one we did was 10 Things I Hate About You, right? And Emma got a 5 on that one.
Right.
But my favourite moment of the podcast so far happened.
Right.
Because I had a message come through from LJ Human.
Right.
Easy 5, he said, and a GIF. And I thought, that GIF ain't from that film. So I had to go back and I had to go, can you just let us know what film you think it is? Just confirm for me. He went, yeah, absolutely, it's Clueless.
Well, that's quite apt, isn't it?
It's very apt, mate. So, yeah, a little bit of a moment for me. I enjoyed that a bit much.
Did you tell him? You already told him? Oh,
yeah,
right, okay.
he was a
Can't
little...
take the piss out of him now then.
Should
we laugh him?
I've saved it for weeks. It's amazing. Best thing ever. But the other one, when we did like 5 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, whenever the last episode was, mate, was Goonies.
Right.
Got some big scorers here. Ryan got a 5. Paul got a 5. LJ got a 5. Paul FilmBusters got a 0 because he fucking hates it.
What?
He actually said, I don't like it that much, but let's turn everyone against him. Peter and Movie Duel got a 1. Emma, controversial 2 because Steve's a bit mean. Yep. Jamie Russell got a 1. Glyn got a 5. Ben got a 3. Jill got a 5. Maisie got a 3.
Yeah, good. I actually I looked at a few messages while you was on holiday.
Yeah.
I did answer a few.
But mainly with Marc will be back soon.
You know, it was like I had something saved in the clipboard. Marc will be back soon.
I can help. You're my own personal out of office.
Yeah. Sorry, we're on holiday. Marc will be back soon. Anyway, it was good fun. So what you got for us this week?
Same vein, mate. Same vein. People seem to like it, so here we go then. 5 points. What's that film? Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
I don't even know what Poupon is. No, I don't know.
No? 4
If I
points.
knew what Poupon was, I'll probably
have a
get it.
guess. 4 points. What's that film? I once thought I had mono for an entire year. It turned out I was just really bored.
Why do I just want to say the word Poupon? No, is that it? That's all I can hear. I know that one. I do know that one. Yeah.
3 points.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, no, hang on, let me have
All right, have a think. Do you want it again?
Yeah, go on.
I once thought I had mono for an entire year. Turns out I was just really bored.
No, I don't know.
3 points. What's that film? Live in the Now.
I mean, it's one of your fucking things you like, isn't it?
No, I think you like it as well.
Do I?
Yeah. Live in the Now.
I don't know.
2 points. You should get this one. What's that film? If she were a president, she would be Abraham Lincoln. Hey!
Oh dear, that was an easy one.
I did this last one.
Right.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. It's going to be really loud. I might turn me down a bit.
Right.
And I'm a bit nervous about doing it now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh good.
A little bit.
Oh good.
It's bringing me back to Marc's movie impressions a little bit.
Go on then. A bit controversial. Go on.
Hang on, I'll turn me down a bit. Is that? Can you still hear me a bit?
Unfortunately, yes.
Remember that bit?
No. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Why is that? I thought he was going to do
It weren't as good. It didn't sound anything like it. So, fucked it. But let's move on.
All that build up.
I've got the hot flush like I used to on thingy as well.
All that build up.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like a tiny little wet fart, that one.
Yeah.
Deary me.
It might come up. I think as well. I think I might have fucked it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So
I think I might have fucked that right up.
Right.
It
Lovely.
might be in a different film.
Please, I hope Luke get you back. I tell you, fucking hell. If he sends you the gift of the film that is in.
No, it's the same film. It just might be the sequel.
I hope so.
Looking at my question time answers.
Hope so. So if you think you know what it is, please let us know how many you think you got, and obviously the title of the film by DM only. Luke, if you can dig out the fact that is in the sequel, please send it to Marc via a GIF, whatever, JPEG thing.
So anyone who gets it on 1 point has to get the other one. Anyone who gets it above that has to get the real one.
There we go. What a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Right, okay, moving on.
Yeah.
This is... I've got to say, mate, I think I'm more on my game than you tonight. You know what I mean?
You reckon?
Yeah. Don't know what's going on.
Mm.
You are proper letting the side down. So, mate, where can people send us questions?
They can send it, mate. I don't know what we call it now. They can X us, which is @movie_drone. Send us an X. Is that what we say now on X?
No, just say Twitter. Just that I do.
And then post us. You can repost us and stuff. And then you can get us on email, which is MovieDrone@hotmail.com.
Excellent. I'm going to move on before you keep
Xus.
fucking it up even more. So
repost thanks, we're going to have to call them now as well.
Are we?
Yeah, don't retweet anymore. It's a repost.
Yeah, I don't go on it enough to know.
Okay.
So moving on again?
Yeah.
This is the next section. This is the section that we love to call Question Time.
Question time. Question time. Time for the question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question time.
There we go. So we have had a question.
Yeah.
Who's it from? What's it about?
From Peter. a Duel Podcast.
Fantastic.
And he
podcast.
goes, I got a question for you guys if you're after one. We certainly are.
It's a pity he couldn't have sent it in, like, in that voice. Right. So everyone could hear his radio voice.
Well, we need to get him on, don't we?
Yeah, but he could have sent that in and like just given everyone like a nice calming question.
What, like whispering Bob Harris? We're going to have to get him on, mate. Now I've finished my uni and stuff. Got all the time in the world, haven't I? Apparently not for doing notes, but all the time in the world. And he wants to know, what are our top 5 radio hosts in movies?
Okay, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Peter's first one?
Yeah.
Number 5, Handsome Dan from Wayne's World 2.
Right.
He's got that really, really thingy laugh, hasn't he? Really noticeable laugh. Yeah, it's quite unique. I'd say, yeah.
Good.
Not sure if he appeared in the first one.
I don't know if I've ever heard it. No, I don't know. Go on then, what's yours?
My number 5, mate. It's the first one I thought of, so I'm sticking with him.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Handsome Dan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
All my others are different.
Well, good. My number 5, the Shark, played by Joe Maintainer, station KPPX in the film Airheads.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Brendan Fraser in it. Really,
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, number 4, from Peter, which is Debbie Newbury from Grosse Pointe Blank.
All right. Okay.
Means nothing to me, that one.
Does it not?
Nope.
It's a dark comedy, that one.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it John Cusack, is it?
Is it?
In that one? I think so.
Ah.
I think so.
I don't know whether I have now. Who knows? My number 4, mate, is the host in John Wick, the latest one.
Oh.
Now, I left out an obvious reference, as I'm sure you might have something on your list that it references.
Possibly.
But I didn't want to take that one. Didn't want you getting all upset, mate.
Well, yeah. My number 4, Stevie Wayne.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No, well, probably not.
Played by Adrienne Barbeau. In The Fog.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Great film, that is. Oh, what is it, though? I think I liked it. I didn't like the remake. No. Number 3, mate, from Peter, Grant Mazzy, Pontypool.
Yeah.
Took the good ones, didn't he?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He took the good ones. My number 3, mate, Tara Reid in Urban Legend.
Oh, right. She's in the radio, was she?
Yeah, she was doing a radio show, wasn't she?
Oh.
Shout out to all my listeners. She was up in the radio booth, got all stabbed up and stuff, didn't they?
Right, yeah, suppose so. Yeah. My number 3 is Kay Billy, played by Stephen Wright, host of Super Sounds of the 70s in Reservoir Dogs.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, Steve Wright. Good DJ name, though. Should have had a Radio 2 show.
It might have been him.
Yeah, could have been, mightn't it? Yeah. Number 2 for Peter, Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa.
Have you seen that?
I don't like Alan Partridge. I don't find him funny, even a little bit.
Don't you?
No, I don't.
It's quite funny, that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
I do like that one.
No, not for me, that.
Go on.
My number 2, mate, proper film, this one, from Love Actually.
Right.
Marcus Brigstock. He was the one who's going, oh, that's a pile of shit, isn't it, that song?
Oh, right.
And then he's pointing next door and he's sitting there waiting to be a guest on the next show.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah.
My number 2
is
Wolfman Jack.
Okay.
American Graffiti.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Good one. I totally forgot about him.
Did you?
Yeah, totally forgot about him. That's a great show.
Fuck that, ain't you? Yeah. Jeez.
Gutted, mate. Number 1 then for Peter. You're going to have to excuse my pronunciation of this one. Should have done some research, but I didn't. Adrian Cronua. Good morning, Vietnam.
Well, there you go. Yeah. That was a big one.
Yeah, it was. To fuck up, wasn't
it? Fantastic film.
Yeah. I've got you Bluey over there because I haven't watched it for like ages.
Is it mine?
It's your one over there because it's in my watch pile to watch.
Is that? Are you keeping it because I've got Midsummer? Is that what you're doing?
Taking it hostage.
Oh yeah.
And my number 1, mate, Lester Bangs. Philip Seymour Hoffman from Almost Famous.
Oh right. Oh right. Yeah, it's quite a good one.
Yeah, it's quite a good one. Thank you very much.
My one is. It's an unknown host.
Yeah.
It's played by Lynn Thigpen.
Okay.
But not voiced by her. It's the DJ in The Warriors.
Taped that the other night.
Did you?
Yeah, it's on Sky. It's on. They got. I don't know if it's a new channel or not. Sky Retro.
Right.
Film channel.
Right.
It was on there, and I thought I'm gonna tape that.
What an amazing film! It's one of my favourite films of all time, and the DJ, obviously the narrator, has a fantastic part to play. Obviously, completely stolen by John Wick.
Yeah, I've not got a copy. So I thought I'm recording it.
Of The Warriors. So there you go. That's my number one.
Cool.
So thank you, Peter.
That's good. See, after you going, what was that sort of question? He's taking all the good ones. Where's our ones? You came up with a decent list there, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Poor Peter, he's trying to help us out. All you can do is dig him out.
I'm always negative when the questions come through. Oh, fucking hell.
Someone's taken all the easy ones. I might have to actually research this now.
Can't we just do parrots again? Or hats? Fucking hell, Mark. So, yeah, thank you very much, Peter. Very, very much appreciated.
Yeah, we'll get you on soon as well.
Lovely. So, moving on again.
Yeah.
We saw a film.
We did, mate. We saw a film that's currently 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 15, 1 hour, 43 minutes billed as a comedy romance. With a synopsis of, on the brink of losing her home, Maddie finds an intriguing job listing. Helicopter parents looking for someone to bring their introverted 19-year-old son out of his shell before college. She has one summer to make him a man or die trying. $45 million budget, so far grossing 86, mate.
This is directed by Gene Stupnitsky, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Andrew Barr Feldman, Laura Benanti, Natalie Morales, and Matthew Broderick.
This is 2023's No Hard Feelings.
Clip.
I'm an Uber driver and I don't have a car. I'm going to lose my house.
You think I chose this?
Look at this. Need a car, date our son this summer, and bring him out of his shell before college. In exchange, we'll give you a Buick Regal. Date is in quotes. Gotta be a joke, right?
No, have you seen these helicopter parents? I'm surprised they're not gonna fuck them themselves.
We've just been so worried about our son.
He's going to Princeton in the fall.
No, I've heard of it. We tried everything to bring him out of his shell.
He doesn't come out of his room, he doesn't talk to girls, doesn't drink.
So when you say date him, do you mean date him or date him? Yes.
Date him. Date him hard.
Okay. I'll date his brains out.
There we go. So open and honest, right? I love Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Like, really do.
Yeah.
Love her. I'm not in a creepy way. But, I mean, if I was in that film Passengers, I definitely would have woken her up.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, all the red carpet moments and that I see, she's, like, quite funny.
Yeah, she is.
Like, really funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, having a laugh and all that. And I think what she's been through as well with that video, all the pictures, stuff like that got leaked. I don't know. She's pretty diverse as well. I'm not saying she's the best actress, but if you can do Mother, then you've certainly got something about you. So there we go. Open and honest. I just want people to know that I really, really do
He's going to be a
Jennifer
bias
Lawrence.
review.
No, I'm just saying I do love Jennifer Lawrence.
I will get onto her in a minute.
Right. Okay. Go on then. What did you think, mate, of 2023's No Hard Feelings?
I thought it was reasonably funny, mate, at points. Reasonably funny. I found it quite icky. This is going to be my word of the night. Icky. So cringy. But after a day staring at graphs and spreadsheets, mate, it's kind of what I needed. I went into it not expecting anything serious. It is what's on the tin, isn't it? It was all right. Had some fun with it.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, talking to Jennifer Lawrence, did you think there was something a little bit off with her face? It sort of looked to me like, she's always had a slightly round face.
Yeah.
But it looked to me like it was sort of, I don't know, like a shiny, like it just looked a bit weird. Like someone had done some post sort of editing on it.
Oh, I didn't really notice.
No, it just didn't look as natural as she normally does. A little bit distracting.
Botox.
Well, I don't know if it was physical. I don't know. It just I don't know what it is. It's a fairly basic comedy or sex comedy as it's billed. Is that a thing? Is it a new thing? Sex comedy? Or is it just a comedy?
It's just a comedy, isn't it? Yeah.
Familiar plot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Its basis. I don't know. I thought it was fairly weak storyline.
Yeah.
That she needed a car.
Yeah.
It seemed like someone had gone through like a book of all of the plot lines of all of the rom-coms and comedies to find one that hadn't been done before. Yeah. Oh, she needs to shag someone to get a car. No one's done that. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weak. So I wasn't really that interested in that. But I don't know. I mean, she's the star of the show. I thought her character was quite balanced. She was strong but vulnerable. I like the way when she was going off her head and she showed her vulnerability and a lot more.
Yeah.
And I thought without her, it would have been awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
awful.
I tend to agree, mate. I tend to agree.
However, I actually thought it was going to be a gross, laugh out loud, crass comedy. And I didn't really get the laughs.
No, there was a few in there. It was reasonably funny in places.
Yeah, it really needed to be.
The cringiness was the humour for me. There wasn't punchline. There was particular scenes in there, like when he's sitting on her lap, that made me laugh.
Right.
But it was because I think I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, it wasn't what I expected. That's the thing. I expected something. I don't really know how to explain what sort of film to say I expected it to be like. But, like something that had... I'll tell you what characters really did let me down. I thought that these could have been that sort of... They could have played that sort of angle with them, with the two friends.
Okay.
The pregnant woman and the bloke. So when he first come on, he seemed like he would be that one that was... That, would add the really gross out comedy. And it would... But it didn't happen.
They definitely dialed him down after the first act.
Yeah, and I thought obviously with her being pregnant, bit of a misstep because there was sort of like limited to what she could do in that sort of way. And I think that the Jennifer Lawrence character and the boy, I don't know the boy's name.
Andrew Barth Feldman.
Was it?
Feldman.
I thought that they did what they needed to do, but I thought the supporting cast were the ones that could have brought the real gross out bits, the bits that would have elevated it from what I see as being a 12 to a 15 or an 18.
I thought they dropped the ball with the parents, if I'm honest. I didn't particularly like the parents, and I think they played them. There's a couple of wet lettuces, is what I've got them down as. And I think along your lines, they could have gone with cooler parents, with a geeky son, wanting him to think. But the fact is, he kind of matched them, and they was trying to push him out his comfort zone when they was in their comfort zone. Whereas I think if the parents were more outgoing and he was sort of against the grain, I'd get it more, and that would give more opportunity to bring the parents and their characters in, rather than a Matthew Broderick and a Cardi with his wife.
It's nice to see him, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got nothing against him. I just don't think the characters were particularly good.
No, I don't. And none of the supporting characters, I don't think, did it for me at all. And I thought that's really what let it down.
Shall we get on to Jennifer?
Yes, please.
Jennifer.
Yes, please.
Now, question for you: has she lost her Hollywood power to the likes of Florence? I mean, is she not a draw anymore? Has the offers dried up?
I don't know.
Why is, mate, a solid Hollywood actress getting full nudie and scissoring someone around the neck in a throwaway comedy film you're never ever going to watch again?
So she's been away and had a child, I think. Yeah. And like, it's like a footballer, isn't it? You know what I mean? Maybe a female footballer. She goes away. She can't just come straight back in and play in the England team World Cup, can she? She has to build her way up and build her fitness back up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind a bit of nudie, mate. You know me, I like playing the game. Playing the game, but it's just one of them films where it felt gratuitous. There was not a pivotal scene. It didn't need it. It was why? I
mean, she was told by her team or said to her team, you shouldn't do that. She said she wanted to. So she actually chose to, which is nice.
Well, she's actually turned around and said this is the most fun she's had making a film.
Right.
So perhaps another part of me thinks, has she got him made her money and now she's doing like some of the others and thinking, you know what? I'm going to do the shit I want to do and the shit I like and get the fun.
As long as she doesn't do what's her name? Anna Faris, and fuck all her face up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a pretty thing, isn't she? She's lovely.
She's lovely. You can see that she's... I love the way... It's like Scarlett Johansson. I love the way that she embraces her sort of like baby curves. You know what I mean? So, and I thought she looked good.
Yeah, I did. I think, and I agree with you. Actually, when I watched some of the interviews and that with her, she's almost like the anti-celeb. She walks around on the red carpet having a crack with everyone.
Yeah.
And it is a real breath of fresh air.
It's endearing,
it is. And she's still like, there's a particular interview, I think, where Jack Nicholson comes up and she cannot believe that she's near Jack Nicholson and people are coming over to meet her.
Yeah.
And it's just still amazing that she finds that sort of aspect in it, and she's not climbed up her own arse.
Yeah.
It just shocked me with something like this. I was just like, no, don't do that. He didn't need it in the film.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it did owe to the scene because she showed a part of her character who didn't give a fuck. She was going to go out there and get them clothes back no matter what. She was not bothered.
I'm not against the putting nude connotations in there. I just don't think we necessarily needed to see boobs, bum, bush, not bush, but walking up the beach. I don't think we needed it. For me, it felt massively out of place.
Right.
And I know it's not often we moan about nudity in a film, but I just found it's just a throwaway film. It's nothing. She's done some fucking big films.
I mean, she gets her bits out in quite a few of them, though.
Oh, no, yeah, but some of them require it, don't it? It's like they sort of lead to that way. This is one of them films.
She likes getting out.
Yeah, well, I mean, she likes it and she wanted to.
Like me, just me T-shirt. Oh,
yeah. I mean, like I say, if it was her idea, apparently she did the whole scene herself. No body doubles, nothing.
Oh,
if she's up for it and she wants to do it, fair play. It just felt weird to me.
Okay. All right. Fucking hell.
Huh?
I mean, but what I really wanted is just laugh out loud moments and those cracks. And all I got was a few chuckles.
Yeah.
And this is what, I don't know, I just think it missed a trick. Because this day and age, you can get away with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, you can get away with a lot now. I know that maybe the peak of what you can get away with has gone, because now we seem to be in a society where there's a lot of people who get offended about stuff.
Can't say that, mate.
Take it back a few years when things like Family Guy, South Park and all that were in their high, and some of the things that they did, I haven't watched it recently, so I don't know whether they're still doing it to that extreme. But I know that some of the episodes of stuff have all got stopped and cancelled and that over the years. But, you know, you can still get away with quite a bit. And I think that by choosing not to, it disappointed me because I'd built myself up that I was going to be having these gross out moments and these big laughs and all that. And all I got was really rom-com.
Well, it certainly doesn't. You watch stuff like Road Trip and Harold and Kumar. What was the other one? Dude, Where's My Car? All them sort of things. They did seem, there was points where you went, oh, fucking hell. And like you rewatch Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, where, like you say, they did stretch the barriers. And I agree with you. It was
like the elephant scene in Grimsby.
Yeah. But I mean, that's relatively new, isn't it? I suppose that's what
I'm saying. A few years ago, when it was at the height of look, let's offend him, and all of a sudden it certainly
lacks an edge, doesn't it? This film, it's not got that. But I think the winning part of it were the awkward scenes for me. Right. As I said, I felt very voyeuristic in some of the scenes,
right,
and some of them where you're sitting there cringing, and I think the two mains sold that really well. We had the bit where she's trying to get him to slap her bum, and she's riding him, and then she's like, "Do you want to get on top?" And he's just sort of sitting on her knees like a baby.
There's a couple of those bits.
It was brilliant, and it was so well done, those scenes. But I think they were few and far between.
Yeah, no, definitely, without a doubt. And I liked the lad. I thought he was all right. I don't think that the writing was great for him in the funny scenes.
No.
I think he probably had enough about him to do something, a bit more. Yeah. It did just look like it was just like a lad playing himself, wasn't it? There didn't seem to be an awful lot that he had to do. I mean, apart from go skinny dipping with Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
So he can put that on his
play the piano,
can't he? Yeah. Well, yeah. But, I thought that he could have done a bit more. And like I say, I think that those two were the highlights.
Yeah.
And the rest of the characters just let it down a bit. I don't think it's their fault. It's clearly not written as the film that I thought it was going to be. So.
Now, I might make myself look stupid here, but what's new?
You've been doing it all episodes.
Yeah, I'm going to say the writing for me, as we got towards the end, I genuinely didn't know how they was going to tie this up. Right. I generally find films like this, I can work it out. They're going to get together.
They couldn't have.
But no, they couldn't. But this is where I was sitting there thinking, how are they going to tidy this up?
Right.
And I couldn't work it out. And when it got to the end, it seemed obvious. I was like, okay, I'll get that. But the fact it had that sort of weird, cringy edge, but I couldn't work out whether she certainly wasn't falling for him, but I think she was endearing to him and trying to turn it into more like a brother-sister relationship.
Yeah.
But I really got 20 minutes from the end and was like, I've got no idea how they're going to tie this up.
Yeah.
No idea whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't have got together.
No, never.
I was thinking, no, don't do that.
Well, this is what I was thinking, because I'm sitting there thinking, there's no way they can, but are they?
Yeah.
And I think that was...
I mean, in this day and age, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably could, but no, they weren't going to. He was clearly going down a different route. But yeah, I don't know.
Another one of these films, though, reverse the roles round.
Yeah.
Hey, if that was a 30-odd-year-old man... Hey,
Yeah.
cancelled that film before it even got filmed.
Yeah, I thought the end was a bit sloppy. What was the actual end? The total, the right bit at the end? Can't remember.
Or whether she dropped him off to college and she went off to live in California.
right. Yeah,
she adopted the dog.
Yeah. That was all a bit.
Dog got a new home, though. That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Cocaine.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So a couple of little moments like that. But yeah, I did think it was a bit sloppy. One of the things that made me realise that I'd watched something that wasn't written as like one of these laugh out loud things was the fact he'd never had any outtakes at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And you tend to get them.
I didn't even think about that, if I'm honest, but yeah, you're right.
I was waiting for them because I thought to myself, surely there's loads of gross outtakes that they've cut out, but there wasn't anything. It was a bit disappointing. So yeah, I think it just wasn't the film that I thought it was going to be. And I'm very disappointed because I was really, really looking forward to it. It's popcorn fucking... I haven't watched anything really that made me laugh out loud and that since like a Will Ferrell film, Step Brothers or something, you know? And I just wanted something like that was that sort of like stupid, gross out comedy.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't.
No, I think did you get the big plot hole in this film?
I didn't.
Right, we got to be really quiet about this. He can't find out. You've put an ad in the paper with the car. I think you might be rumbled.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He don't go out. He don't get the paper and that.
I thought the dad storyline was a complete waste of fucking time. I didn't really get the need for that.
No, again, it's nothing showing her vulnerability.
But nothing came of it, did it? It didn't take it anywhere. And then I think there was a particular line in there that I sort of went, huh. And it weren't funny, but it was well written. Right. When she's standing there and she's saying like, do you know what it feels like to have rich people turn up and take over your town? And he's sort of there going,
oh yeah.
And I thought, actually that was a really cleverly written line.
Yeah, that was. I did like the start when she was talking to the bloke saying how much she missed him, and that bloke was at the back.
Pedro or whatever his name was.
He's my cousin, and then he's
second cousin.
You know, they started off all right.
Yeah.
And then, it just didn't go anywhere from there. So I ain't got much more to say about No Hard Feelings, I'm afraid, mate. I don't know about you.
Me neither, mate. I've just got, it's a reasonably empty film with not a lot of substance, but it was watchable, enjoyable. Would I watch it again? No. Would I recommend it? Probably. Ain't got nothing to lose by watching it, have you? 62.
Have you? Okay. I've only got 53.
Okay.
Even though Jennifer Lawrence, I love her, it just wasn't the film that I wanted it to be, unfortunately. So, when my favourite bit was her coming out of the water, you know that it's not a great comedy, didn't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So there you go. So you watched anything else, mate?
Loads, mate. You ready? Yeah.
God.
11 minutes. Documentary film about the shooter in Las Vegas.
Oh, I've seen the documentary.
Oh, it's insane. Insane. Then, because someone told us the wrong number of minutes, we also watched 77 minutes, which is about a shooter in a McDonald's. Gone on a bit of a shooter thing, because then we watched Parkland inside Building 12, school shooter one.
Right.
Nuts, some of these programmes. It's absolutely crazy. But I did lighten the move with a bit of Renfield.
Oh, right.
That was all right.
You liked it, didn't you?
It was all right. It was good enough. 127 hours. Oh, right. Cut his arm off again. Mm. Hangover 2 and 3.
Not again. Know what I mean?
Well, he does it every time I watch it. Yeah, Hangover 2 and 3.
Right.
While I was finishing up my assignment. Law-abiding citizen.
Right.
That's a good one, isn't it? Yeah. Mrs. Harris goes to Paris on the plane to my holiday.
There must have been something better than that.
So much better than I thought it would be, mate, if I'm honest. I quite enjoyed that. Spider-Burst first thingy.
All right.
Didn't get on with that.
All right.
Didn't get on with that at all. I thought I was going to have a fit at one point with everything going on. Stimulating, man, that was. Dungeons and Dragons.
That shit.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, they're clearly never doing another one with the figures it took, but it was watchable. It's watchable. Watch the new...
Jill didn't know that it was an old one.
Did she not?
No. Is it Jeremy Irons? Is in that?
I think it could be.
Yeah. I said to her, it's not a patch on the original. Is there an original? I said, yeah.
I've got the animated series on DVD if she wants to borrow it.
There was a film, though.
Yeah, I don't remember the film, yeah.
It's probably shit.
The new Whitney Houston biopic.
Lovely.
That was all right, actually. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And then, as per our discussion, months and months ago, I gave Don't Worry Darling another proper watch. Still maintain it's decent.
Of course you did.
Still maintain it's decent.
Of course you did. Of course you did. I've only watched, I can only remember watching 2.
Okay.
Right? I'm sure I've watched more. I think we've been watching series. I've been watching stuff while I've been on a treadmill, wrestling documentaries and Stone Cold Steve Austin shit and that. You know, I've been watching some stuff. Cop Shop.
Oh, yeah.
So I watched that.
Yeah, we went to cinema and see that, didn't we?
You did.
Yeah. I did, didn't I? Yeah. Frank Grillo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a bit of Frank Grillo.
Right. And The Lighthouse we watched while he was away. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the most depressing wank ever shot on film, isn't it? It's
it just makes me chuckle
horrible.
every time, just to them two women tutting and walking out.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, that's what I said to Jill. So Jill wanted to watch it, so I was watching it in the caravan in the camper van. Yeah. So we were sitting watching it like on the laptop, and it was just like. I was like, fucking hell, sure I'm watching this. I said, this is the precise moment where two people walked out of the cinema. She went, yeah. I said, yeah, the most depressing wank ever shot on film. It's fucking terrible, isn't it? Absolutely terrible. But there you go. That was that.
Cool.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Do you want to move on?
Yeah.
This is the next section. This is the section that we love to call Homework. And there we go. So this is the section where we give each other films that we love and the other one hasn't seen in the hope of uncovering hidden gems. It was you to me about 10 weeks ago. What did you give me?
Gave you a film, mate. It's currently 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 12A, 2 hours, 19 minutes. Builds an action-adventure mystery with a synopsis of, in a world divided by factions based on virtues, Triss learns she's divergent and won't fit in. When she discovers a plot to destroy Divergence, Triss and the mysterious four must find out what makes Divergence dangerous before it's too late. Starring Shailene Woodley, Theo James and Kate Winslet, $85 million budget, grossing $289 million, 2014's Divergent. According to LJ Human, the 4th best teen series about a dystopian world.
And what are the other ones?
I'm guessing we got Hunger Games, Maze Runner.
Right.
Some others.
Right. I mean, maybe in the past, my friend, like when I was about 13,
right,
might have cared for this a little bit more. Yeah. But there's also a possibility that this film becomes more relevant as the years go by. Yeah. I couldn't help but thinking that you would have been in the abnegation.
Right.
Because it'd be lucky that you didn't have to look at yourself in the mirror for 3 months. Or whatever it is.
You've had 10 weeks to write that joke. Well done.
Oh dear. No, I was just rushed because I hadn't written anything. And it's not like it didn't get me sort of thinking a little bit. In this day and age, it'd be weird, wouldn't it? Because all of the factions and all that would have been like they, him, and him, her, and whatever, all pronouns. But I sort of got it. It's about identity.
Yeah.
And it seems like in this day and age, every young adult is searching for their place in the world, in some very extreme places. Yeah. So I suppose this does make a bit of sense. And possibly if people were to watch it now, they would get something from it. I thought that it probably struggles to find the wider audience, though.
Okay.
So, like, you've got things like Harry Potter. Yeah. I think like that, and maybe Hunger Games. Those are films that I think managed to reach that wider audience. Because you don't see. I don't know many adults that talk about this. Out of all of those, whereas I do who talk about Hunger Games and who know obviously things like Harry Potter.
I hadn't heard of this. Miles put me onto this. He was like, "I watched this thing on Amazon," and then we watched, and then Littland's watched them with us. I'm in the middle of reading the books. Right. Not as good as a film. She's a bit whingy. But when I was on the last one, because they didn't make the last one because the third one's shit.
Right.
They didn't make the fourth one.
Right. Okay. Well, worse than this. Fuck. And then, no, but I mean, I don't know. Money talks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're obviously going to want to make as much money as possible.
Yeah.
And I think if they focused more on engaging the teens and didn't worry too much about the wider audience, I think it would have been a better film.
Okay.
So there were certain bits that I just think were sort of like watered down, or they tried to expand stuff into an adult audience, and I just don't think it worked really. Watching it as an adult, I didn't hate Woodley in this. Shailene, is it?
Shailene
Woodley. I didn't hate her in it like I did in that other thing that we watched recently. She's not a Katniss, is she? Now, I don't really watch Hunger Games, but I've watched enough of it to know that there is a distinct difference between those two characters.
Obviously going up against Jennifer Lawrence, she was never going to win.
No, but I mean, in the characters, even though I've not watched a lot of the Hunger Games, I've seen it on the TV, and I've just seen the way that film and that character, it's far more interesting than this one.
Okay. See, I really like the Trish character.
Did you?
Yeah, personally.
I mean, I didn't really get the feeling that her character would have this bad girl sort of persona that would encourage her to join the...
I know you're not gonna find out, but you do find out more in the next films, and obviously reading it where that comes from.
Right. What was the name of the police thingies? Can't remember what they were called. That she joins.
The police thingies.
Well, I don't know. You know, the faction.
Dauntless.
The Dauntless. Yeah. That's it. I didn't really. It just didn't match for me. It wasn't the worst character. Yeah. I thought that the Kravitz, her character was fucking terrible.
Okay.
Did not like her at all.
No,
mouthy little fucker. Honestly, I couldn't part with her on that. You know, on that thing where she was on the ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know how much I was hoping she was going to let go. If I'm honest, I was hoping her pride would make her.
But this is for the faction she came from, wasn't it?
What?
That's why characters like it, because she come from that.
But it doesn't mean that I like that character. You know,
but she probably did a good job if you didn't.
Yeah, it was grating. Probably, I don't know. The two Dauntless males were probably the favourites for me.
Yeah.
I quite liked those, especially sort of like the meathead one, the devious one.
Yeah.
I thought he was quite good. I've seen him on a few other things before. I wasn't sure about the one that, you know, the other Divergent one.
Four.
We find out he's Divergent. Yeah. Wasn't quite sure about him, but, you know, he puts in a fairly decent performance alongside Shailene. There's a lot of people in that, isn't it? How much did they throw at it?
85 million.
Right, okay. That's actually probably less than I thought. Yeah. It sort of shows a little bit in the sets and stuff. I think that there is a lot of filming going on sort of like in sort of like just wasteland bits. It's like doing it up the Puggy in Citadel. You know, just finding a little bit of cheap land and doing it.
I suppose that's a good thing about a dystopian film, isn't it? You can literally choose that shithole.
Yeah, and it did. And I thought that, I don't know, did I think the CGI bits and all that, was there much CGI? Or like
a decent amount, yeah. I mean, wait until you get to the third one, then it gets really bad. But
is it?
The first two I really rate.
Right, okay. But yeah, I didn't go much on that sort of thing, the set. Costumes and things were all right. I mean, didn't really have too much to do on there, did they? I quite liked the set. Sort of, I did like was the Dauntless base. Yeah, you know, that like opening bit. Yeah, that was all right. But again, that just looked like an abandoned warehouse. They just shoved a few cardboard bits in on. You know, it was all right, just about acceptable. And I've put on here, I imagine the plan was to have a good third one, but apparently it's shit.
It was supposed to be 4.
Right.
The first one's good. So you got Divergent,
Allegiant.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Allegiant, the third one, wasn't it?
I don't fucking know.
Divergent. Am I making it up saying Convergent? It's not Convergent, is it? Divergent. Allegiant.
I mean, I don't know, mate. So.
Hang on.
Just give it up. I mean, half the problem, you think about it, half the problem was the fact that this was sort of like the setup film, you know, and I'm watching it pretty much sure that I'm not going to watch the second one.
Right.
So, like, I imagine that the second one is better or not.
I'd say I really rate the first two.
Right.
I struggled with the last one because it goes from, it does that typical thing. I think Maze Runner did the same. It goes from that dystopian thing to then start too much sci-fi, too much CGI, and suddenly they're floating in bubbles on spaceships and stuff.
Right.
And it gets a little bit silly.
Well, you can imagine, because this was sort of like building up to something.
Insurgent.
Oh, was it? Right.
Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant.
Right, there we go.
Yeah.
Eureka. But yeah, you can tell that it's a build-up film.
Yeah.
You know, so my interest in it's certainly towards the end, knowing that it's just going to be sort of like an end, but it's not going to have an end.
Yeah.
I lost it a little bit.
This is what I find with Hunger Games. As much as I loved some of the Hunger Games films, I got to the end of them all and was like, Yeah. But this one, they didn't even get to finish because I think the numbers on the last one were pretty shit.
Were they?
And it was pretty shit.
All right. Well, you know, I didn't really like it. I don't know if you really expected me to.
No,
you know,
I predicted my score with Miles.
Did you?
I predicted it earlier. I'm going to write it down. This is what I said to Miles earlier, what I'm aiming for. Yeah. This is.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
24.
Exactly half I had written down.
Oh, 12?
I had you as 12.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, was it?
I'll take 24,
yeah,
mate.
24. Yeah, 24. I mean, it weren't the worst thing. I mean, it was, as I said, it was fairly interesting. I was trying to sort of like put this in today's. It made me think about what it would be like today, if you know what I mean. So it did make me think a little bit. It weren't the worst film.
No.
You know, it's 24, isn't it? So I won't watch the second one.
Okay.
Unless I'm giving it. I won't watch it. So it's one of those, isn't it? So, all right.
Cool.
Good. Well, I've got a good one for you, mate.
Oh, good.
Best of fucking luck on this one. I'm giving you a 1997 film, and it's directed by Harmony Korine, starring Linda Mance, Max Perlich, Jacob Reynolds, Chloe Sevigny, Jacob Sewell, and Nick Sutton. Running time of 89 minutes. Budget of $1.3 million, taking $116,000 at the box office. 6.6 on IMDb, 38% on Rotten Tomatoes, with a synopsis of teen friends Tumler and Sonneman navigate the ruins of a tiny tornado-ravaged town in Idaho. Idaho? Ohio, that is populated by the deformed, disturbed and perverted. When not gunning down stray cats for a few bucks, the boys pass their time getting stoned on household inhalants. Elsewhere, the mute bunny boy dons rabbit ears and is bullied by kids half his age, and sisters Dot and Helen dodge a pedophile. I'm giving you 1997's Gummo. Now, I'm not quite sure how many cats were armed in this, but thinking about it, it's probably quite a few. So try and put that aside.
You got a copy of this, mate, have you?
Yeah, I mean, you watch it, yeah. I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah?
Fantastic, yeah. Okay. So I'm giving you Harmony Korine's Gummo.
Cool.
There's a lot of people going, what the fuck? And a lot of people going, sure, he's just
Is this the Greasy Strangler?
It's not as good as the Greasy Strangler. No, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. It is fun. It's like
cool.
it's one of those, it's an insight, right, into America, I think.
Okay.
It's a possibility that this could be like one of those films where, like the Florida Project, where you're just watching. So just watch it in that sort of vein, and you should have fun with it.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So next week's main.
Yeah.
I don't know, do we?
No.
Making it up as go along. So we'll figure out something.
Yeah.
You'll tweet it out, won't you?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Good. So do you want to reiterate how people can get us on social media?
Yes, mate. Yes, Twitter, which is at movie_drone, or via email on MovieDronePodcast@hotmail.com. We're just going to ignore that X exists. We're just going to stick with the
You
Twitter.
are fixated with that.
Well, I don't know what to do. I've not come across
just call
this.
it Twitter. Don't fucking worry.
What the youngsters might be going, oh, what's the Twitter? What's this? What's this? A Twitter he keeps talking about? All I know is X, man, and Threads.
In a few years. Threads is dead, isn't it?
I don't know.
So Jill said it's shit.
Is it?
Yeah, so she said.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go then.
Yeah.
That's it. Wasn't so bad, was it? It was all right coming back, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
Probably
right, being
wasn't
out of an injury, innit, and coming back. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to bring one out when I'm on holiday, but then there might be a 3-week gap before the next one because I'm away for 2 weeks. I know, but then I'm back.
It's never ending, isn't it?
But then I'm back, and we'll get back into it. Yeah. Should we do a week where we do one a day or something? Just to make up for it.
No.
Chart climbers.
Do you fancy? Well, we're not getting out of Finland, are we? We're just staying in there. Up 3, down 3, up 3, down 3.
Well, I think it's because there's like dark nights and that, isn't it? They got something they do.
A northern hemisphere, aren't they? So it wouldn't be dark now, would it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, Mark. I just know that I love Finland and all the people in Finland. All right, mate?
Yeah.
So, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening.
Yeah, cheers. If you've come back.
Yeah, hopefully you have. But we'll be sending it to you personally in your fucking personal box. Don't worry about that. So say goodbye then, Mark.
Goodbye then, Mark.
See you later, everybody.
Cheers. Bye. Kids are off, aren't they?
Oh.
Kids are off, so I come home earlier. And they're walking up the driveway, mate, with 2 armchairs and a 3-piece, like a sofa.
What?
I said to her, how many times have I told you not to accept sweets from strangers? Good visual one there for you, mate.
I'm glad that you've come back with something half decent after that amount of time off, because I'd be fucked off if you just give me one of those shit ones.
Yeah, that's all right.
Not too bad.